What's going on, man? It's your boy Mel Major, man. Today we on Big Mouth Media, man. We got my man O in the building, man, from the Carolina Music Awards. What's going on with you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm having a wonderful week, wonderful month, wonderful year. I'm good.
Certified. I introduced you with the Carolina Music Awards, but you do way more than that as well.
Yeah, that's what people in this market know us for primarily. But my company is a marketing, brand, and business development company. So we do anything marketing, brand, and business development. My team, we were one of the first people in this market to produce 13 episodes of a reality show for broadcast TV, Fox 15. Excuse me. Fox 50 and 5 Fox affiliates aired in Australia.
Okay.
So we did that. That was a while ago, so we're getting back into TV. But artist management, well, some, not a lot of artist management, but just anything marketing, brand, and business development. I've done a lot of tours, concert tours, just a lot of stuff over the years, man. Sometimes people hit me and say, oh, you remember when we did X, Y, and Z? And I was like, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it gets to the point where,
how long have you actually been in the business, would you say?
Oh, man, I've been doing this, I would say, since 97, man. I guess the first really big thing, I went to UNC Chapel Hill, and Carolina never had, like, your traditional homecoming. And so, like HBCUs have like homecoming concerts and stuff. Yeah. In Carolina, they don't have that. Yeah. And so myself and a group of people, we put together the first homecoming concert. This was, who do we have? Like, this is like when, I think Brand Nubian came. I think we brought Brand Nubian, Grand Poobah, like that type. So that was years ago. That was like 97, 98. Yeah. You know what I mean? I carried speakers at the Viic to the Dean Dome. So I paid my dues carrying speakers and learned from other concert promoters and people in the industry. Paid my dues and just learned. I've always been in some type of entertainment, whether it started out just throwing parties. Just regular everyday club promoter, throwing parties. Then you graduate to doing concerts. Then you graduate to what's called Coliseum level promoter. That's different from club promoter or anything, because there's so many different things that you have to do in a Coliseum. The contracts are different. Yeah,
like regulations and stuff like that.
So people see me use the term Coliseum level promoter. Is different from anything else. That's probably the highest that you would get. So there's probably only maybe 4 or 5 people in the whole state, besides myself, that have done PNC, Greensboro Coliseum, Lawrence Joel Coliseum, the big, even as big as D-Package, it's not a Coliseum. It's gym size, arena size venues. Okay. So every one of those venues is a different level of complexity.
What was like the transition from like doing like the regular club venues to like moving up from there? What was the transition like?
It's difficult. That's why you see so many people get stuck in their whole career. I mean, I take that back. Maybe it's not stuck. Maybe that's what they love to do, and they do it forever. But I've seen people who are in like their 50s and 60s throwing club parties. I can't imagine that they want to be out there checking the door money at that age. Even at late 40s out there checking the door money, having to stay to 3 o'clock in the morning. In my opinion, you're supposed to graduate. You know what I mean? And it's difficult. It costs more. The risk are more. It's a challenge to it, but after a certain point, door money just ain't enough. And then you want to graduate into hopefully getting a percentage of the bar and getting the liquor money. But for a while, especially in North Carolina, they wasn't having that. It was against regulations for a while, and then once they took those regulations away, clubs were still telling promoters like, nah, I can't do that. That's against the law. No, it's not. If they want to, they can. You know what I mean? So it's a transition. Right. It's certainly a transition. But you got to do it, though. I don't think it's not growth. It's like any career. You don't want to be. I would imagine you wouldn't want to be a club promoter forever.
Exactly. Right. So as far as like you said, you was doing like shows and stuff like that. Are you working on any shows right now?
No, I tell you what, I lost a lot of money on a show at Lawrence Joel Coliseum, and once Live Nation got into the game, no disrespect to Live Nation, that's their job. They're supposed to come in and dominate. But once big companies like Live Nation got in the game, it just made it too risky. So what and I'll tell this really quick. If you got a show, or even if you got a 2-date show with an artist, you pay them deposit, you got your radio, you got all that stuff going, and Live Nation comes in and they say, we got 20 dates. That I've had artists give me back my money plus the penalty fee in my contract. And say, hey, we're gonna give you your money. We're gonna
because Live Nation is strict as hell with like the artists.
It's a monster. You know, who's going to take my 2, 3, 4, 5 dates versus Live Nation's 20 dates? And Live Nation owns part of the venues. And
they signed the contracts with them.
Live Nation owns some of the radio stations. So even if you say, you know what, it's my man. I've been working with him for 5 years. I'm not gonna I'm gonna do a show because I said I'm gonna sign a contract. You know, Live Nation's like, oh, okay, you on the radio? You got spins on some of the stations we own? Them joints is going, ooh. So, you know, if Live Nation wants to come after what you got going on, they can. And that's before these guys, that's 14 years ago. That's, you know, at least 14, because my daughter's 15, I think we did that concert. So it's like, it's at least 10, 11 years ago before my son was born. So, and so they have a monopoly now. Companies like, which is another local Coliseum level promoter, I shout out Dawn Group and Suleiman. They are the only other Coliseum level promoters that I know in the Triangle. And there's a company in Greensboro and Diamond Life. Been doing it forever. And there are people down in Charlotte. But Dawn Group has a niche. If you know, it's like most of their shows are like older Earth, Wind and Fire, you know, shows that Live Nation really they aren't attacked. They don't really go after those shows. You know what I mean? But if you know, you get the baby, or you get somebody that's like hot Ariana Grande, or somebody that's hot, it's tough. I know
even with the baby, when he came, they had it at the Lincoln, and they had to move it from the Lincoln to the Ritz.
Yeah, because it grew so fast, and you know that Interscope. That Interscope is the machine is kicked in, you know, and that when once you get in the machine, everybody works together, and you have to make a decision to whether you want to be in the machine or out the machine. You just got to make a decision. People are like, oh, I want to be indie, I want to be indie, and that's cool, but there's certain things that you're not going to get, even as a quote unquote rich indie. There's certain things that you're not going to get. You can't grow as fast as the baby grew, right? He grew fast.
Yeah, he did, but what people don't realize, he been grinding for a while too.
Yeah, but you don't grow that fast on your own. The back room is pushing the buttons, because when Interscope gets involved, everybody plays ball. You know, the number of no's that you get versus the number of yeses change. You know, but that's another subject. But so yeah, I've been doing it for a while. You know, so parties and stuff, club, transitioning to concerts. I've been doing some tours, and then, you know, then from there, you know, my goal is and has been getting more into the TV film side, and I do more consulting now than any physical. And if something comes up, you know, that I think is a good idea, then I'll do it. But I really want to be more in the content side. That's where I'm trying to stay.
What's like your favorite event you think you probably done put together? I know you done put together a whole lot of them, so it might be hard for you to say.
We did a music festival in Wilmington, Sonoris Music Festival. I like
shout out to Port City.
Yeah, we did a festival in Wilmington, me and some partners, and I enjoyed that. It was like 6 venues, all different genres of music, that type of deal. And then, you know, the partners moved out of the state, or moved West Coast, and so we couldn't. It was just hard to manage it. So that festival, I would say, we're looking to get back into doing more festivals. Yeah, that's really the thing. Now I have a couple ideas for how I want to do a festival. So I'd like to get, but that's definitely challenging. The festival game is. I
don't see a lot of people doing them in like North Carolina.
Nah, it's gonna get tougher now. I mean, our concept, I think it will be straight if you know, if I can pull it off soon enough before somebody else does. Yeah. But our concept, you know, so you have Art Cool is big in Durham, and it's primarily going to be R&B, old school hip hop, kind of demographic. You have Mouf Fest, which is a kind of an EDM electronic fest that's in Durham. And then, then you have obviously Dreamville.
Yeah.
And then you have Hopscotch. Those are kind of the big boys. And then you have little festivals that, hip hop fest, but they haven't really grown to a mass yet.
Yeah.
So our festival is what makes our festival different is that we're gonna cover all multiple genres of music. So it'll kind of be the blueprint of the award show is to cover hip hop, R&B, rock, and country. So that'll be the same blueprint of the festival to make sure we cover all those genres. Now, I certainly won't be nominees only to be everybody, but we want to cover. We want to have a festival where you can hit the 4 main genres of music in one day. So if you may not like country, but during that festival, if you happen to want to roll into a venue and hear country, because now even with Old Town Road, the music is blending together anyway. Yeah. A lot more people are listening to country now, and a lot more country people listen to hip hop now because of that song. So
really, sometimes like people, I can see somebody perform. I never even heard the song, may not even like the song, but I can see them perform, and they make me like the song off their performances. Had that happened to you before?
Oh yeah, definitely. A song has a lot of components. You know what I mean? And as strong as you can get all 3 of those components, the better the opportunity for people to like the song. You got the song itself, you got the video, which is supposed to enhance the song even more, and then you got the live performance. Usually they come out in that order. Typically you hear the song, right? Then you see the video, then if both of those are successful, you get a chance to see the person or people perform. So each one of those steps is supposed to move this song up in how the person feels about the song. So, and then I guess you would have to say, the fourth is the constant repetitiveness of radio sometimes. I've heard a song on the radio and I was like, oh, I hate that song. And then like a month later, I'm like, yo, jam into it just because, so.
A lot of artists, they suck at branding and marketing themselves as well, though, even in music.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What do you feel like is probably one of the main things that artists go wrong with when it comes to like branding and marketing themselves? I
would say consistency and setting a budget. Even if your budget is small, dedicate to a budget. Even if it's $50 a month, dedicate to it. You know what? I'm gonna spend $50 a month somewhere. Somebody's gonna see my face at $50 a month, whether it's Facebook, Instagram ads, whether you're gonna buy $50 worth of posters every month and spread them out, whether you're gonna get one of the twerking girls to twerk for your song every month, whatever you're gonna do. Because I always tell people you can always do something. Your budget may not be what somebody else's budget, but if you make that decision and you stay consistent with it, it'll help. Because you gotta look at it like widgets, man. Like you gotta have an honest conversation with yourself and say, okay, right now, if I put out a song and I ask people to download it for 99 cents, how many people would I get? Right? And if that number is 10, that's what it is. That's the number. Your job is to get it to 20 within the next 30 days. And in the next 30 days, and you got to treat it like a business, because that's after the creative part is done, the other half of that work, the other 70% to 80% of the music business is the business side. So once you finish the music and you have this beautiful, amazing, lovely, pristine song, now you got to do the other 70-80%. And that's, getting the world to hear it, getting the world to see you, your marketing and branding. And that's why, what we do as a marketing, brand, and business development company transcends everything. Because we may do an artist. I have product clients. I have political clients that are going to run for city council. Because marketing and branding is universal. Everything that we do or see or hear, it has a marketing and branding scenario to it.
So, the Carolina Music Awards, how long have you actually been doing it?
This August will be 12 years.
12 years. Within like the 12 years, what do you feel like is like one of like the hardest things that you had to come through with it? I look at everything as challenges. I don't think about it as hard. I used to in the younger stages of the awards. I used to think that if everybody had information, then everybody would
not necessarily support, but be comfortable with the awards. But I realized over the years that there's some people that just they don't care. Yeah. They're not gonna like it no matter what. Yeah. So after like year 5, I was like, even my team was like, oh, why you? Because like I want people to have the proper information, and then they schooled me. They were like, some people don't want the proper information. There's some people who just desire not to like stuff. Yeah. And that was never my thing. Like, oh, they just don't know. So let us explain. Let us, hey, it's 50% this. We do this. Let's be open. Nah, after they kind of peeped me and after like year 5 or 6, I was like, here's the information, here's the awards, here's how we do it. Take it or leave it. If you don't like it, start your own award show. Not in a negative way, but there are 20 award shows. The Grammys don't pick their winners the same way the American Music Awards pick their winners. Yeah. The People's Choice Awards don't pick their winners the same way the American Music Awards do, same way the Emmys don't. All of these award shows have different systems. And that's what it is. We have a system how we pick our nominees and winners. Yeah. I was talking to, I think, DJ Topback, who had a different view. And I said, yo, there should be a hip-hop and R&B award show in the market. I've talked to a couple of people and said, a couple of hip-hop R&B leaders in the market and said, hey, you should produce this show. I'll help you if you want. I'll show you the structure if you want. But there should be a show like that, because what you have to understand about the Carolina Music Awards is that we cover hip-hop, R&B, rock, and country. So there are awards. Like people say, well, why don't you have a promoter of the year award? Right, have promoters or different things. Well, if I can't have that award in country and rock and R&B and it be across the board, then we don't single out awards for a specific genre. Is what I say. Is what we do. We don't say, well, if that award can't be applied all across the board. Country artists don't really have. They don't have promoters. Usually, it's the venue that does the show. Yeah. So you can't. I can't say, hey, we're gonna have this over here, and it doesn't apply across the board. So there's a lot of awards like that. Show. There's awards that we don't do. That a show that is strictly focused on hip hop and R&B can do. Yeah. And also it'll be more time, right? You can do, radio personality. You can do promoter. You can do all of these other awards that pertain more to hip hop and R&B. And I'm a total fan. Now that used to be done by the North Carolina Underground Music Awards. Remember that? When I was around in Greensboro? So a lot of people kind of like, that's the BET show, BET Awards, and you guys are kind of Grammys, because it had more of those type of awards.
Urban feel to it.
Yeah. Are you familiar with SCAs? Yeah. So it was kind of like a North Carolina version of the SCAs, which is a great show. I've been nominated on that for like Mover and Shaker. If we had that in the country, like, what's that? You know what I mean? Yeah. So the SCAs is like the Mover and Shaker of the year, the Big Boss of the year. They have all these awards that pertain more so to urban clientele. Whereas we, by design, from day one, I designed it to
cover all genres.
Yeah, because I met with the North Carolina Underground Music Awards. That was his vision, to be a purely urban show, to be, ears to the street type show. That's not what we're not an ears to the street award show. And there are people who want it to be there, and I'm just like, I'm honest about that. I'm like, that's not what this is.
I mean, I can tell, because like really the main thing that I hear is not like the categories that you have, is more so the nominees that you have up there. Like, how do you actually go about, for people that don't know, actually picking the nominees for the award?
So the process starts. The very first part of the process is that we open up nominations, and those nominations are open to anybody.
So anybody. So pretty much when you open up the nominations, I can go up there and type my name in, and it just start from there.
Yep. Okay. So the first thing we do is we say, from the nominations, we take the top 15 people in every category. We take those people, we pull music. So that's the quantity part of it. You got fan base. People are going to nominate you. That means that if a record label to call me and I say, hey, this person got 10,000 nominations. From a logical standpoint, like, man, if we put some money behind that, maybe we can turn it into 50,000 and get, 50,000 $5 downloads. You know what I mean? So it's data. Yeah. Right? So we take those. So that's the quantity. It's like people's choice. Yeah. So I'll back up a little bit. What I did when I created the system is I went and I looked at different award shows. The Grammys, you gotta be a member and pay your membership fee. I don't care how good you are in music. If you don't pay that membership fee, you can't vote in the Grammys. Period. You could be Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson don't pay his dues. Yeah. He can't vote. Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to make it financial. You know what I'm saying? And then the People's Choice Awards is a popularity contest type show. Yeah, and I didn't want that either. So I wanted a balance.
Because even some of the people I seen up there was like, for like example, the male hip hop. Right. I think you had Stunner for Vegas, Tootsie. You had my man Ty Harris up there and a few others. But only two artists that I really seen that was like really on the same level was like Stunner for Vegas and Tootsie. Right. So even with like certain categories like that, do y'all even look at like to balance those out, or y'all go strictly off the vote?
So that's what we have is we take those top 15 in each category and we send the music to my panel. So I got a panel of music directors, program directors. Sometimes I'll have a high level producer. Like back in the day, I had Teddy Riley on the panel doing R&B stuff. So sometimes depending, and I say high level producer, so I get all these producers say, hey, yo, I should be on the panel. You know what I mean? So I'll sometimes in the past we've had high level producers. We've had people who review music, like the person who reviewed all the music. When you remember Ozone magazine?
I think so. It's social media.
Yeah. So it was one of the biggest hip hop magazines in the country for about maybe 10 years. So I had their music review person. So we'll have different people like that, but primarily from a radio station perspective, because and the reason I made that part of my panel is because in all genres is because through us is sometimes the only way that any of these radio people who can make some of those decisions ever hear this music. They're not going to go out and listen to it on their own. They're just not. So sometimes through us is the only way. So 50% the popularity vote, other 50% comes from the panel ranking the songs, and we put those together. And you're going to have that. You're going to honestly have it. You're going to have, typically that's always the case, about 60% of the list, and we're kind of jumping into hip hop only primarily, but 60% of the list are going to be people who are heavily moving and shaking. The other people are going to, you may not know them, but they may have a strong fan base and they have quality music. Now that don't mean they are on a scene that's heavy to where people may or may not see them.
Yeah, I think that's like the thing that people look at, because like a lot of people, they feel like a lot of the forefront artists, they see them, but they don't see a lot of the people that's up there, so they feel as if maybe like what's going on with
But this is my thing. This is my other argument. My first argument is like this is the system, deal with it. Yeah. That's my first.
I'll start your own show.
Keep it a band, right? Yeah. The second thing is I think it's a little bit presumptuous to say that because I don't know a certain person, then they shouldn't be up there, especially in North Carolina, because guess what? We don't have no gatekeepers. Yeah. We don't have no true industry dominant OGs. We don't. If they who? Yeah. We don't. So when people walk around and say, well, I don't know, who are you? Yeah. Who are you? Name a person that's so dominant statewide that they should know every person on any Carolina-based award show. Name a person. that kid. That was like, yo. There's no humility. There's no humble. Because people are like, well, I don't know who X Y. Okay. Yeah. Who are you? I don't look at Queen City Awards or there's a Greenville Awards show or there's a Durham Awards show. I look at it like, hey, all right, I can't know everybody. Yeah. Can't know everybody. I meet new artists and new people working every single day. So you can't know everybody. So it's and it's funny. I laugh, and it's presumptuous to say, well, I don't know who that person is, so they can't be. Who's the North Carolina OG in the music industry? Tell me. You know him? You know him? Name somebody.
I mean, Really, to say an OG is kind of really hard to say, really, because it's really...
Okay.
I don't want to give it to Petey Pablo, because, I mean, he ain't really... I mean, shout out Petey, but I mean...
Petey done his thing as an artist, but somebody who is so dominant, so well-known, that they, you know, because you have some of those, you know, going back, you know, Jermaine, Babyface, you know, people who are ultra made it, right? Mm-hmm. Made multi-million dollars in the music industry. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That are certified, you know, as your thing says.
Yeah, certified, yeah.
And that's not to say, not to talk down. Everybody in this market is still working. Mm-hmm. So when people pop up and they're like, well, I don't know who that is, so some must be... No, mm-hmm. you know the people that you know. Mm-hmm. You know who you know.
Yeah.
Just because it's something that, like, there's, like, Charlotte, man, got a whole... And I will say we lean, probably because it's in Raleigh, we probably lean a little bit more Eastern Carolina. Yeah,
because I don't see it. Honestly, I don't think I maybe seen maybe 2 or 3 Raleigh artists on the whole thing.
You know,
well, throughout the whole.
I had this conversation with someone. Being in it 12 years, it changes. There are times when it's like, oh man, when you know Dirty Den and all these guys and Mark Law, it was 2-5 too heavy. Mm-hmm. Then I've seen years where it's been 704 heavy. Mm-hmm. Then I've seen, you know, it's
so you don't feel like nobody in the 919 really working right now?
No. I'm just saying it's just heavy, different periods. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't think it is a. And this is another thing. People try to give the awards rankings like a lot. They give it more credit than I do. If there's not a 919 artist or as many 919 artists up there, that don't mean that 919 artists aren't working. Mm-hmm. It just means that their fans didn't go and nominate them.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, like, the way that our award show is designed, there are a lot of people who want us to have this major committee, right? And we go and sweep North Carolina and South Carolina and go to 100 shows or 1,000 shows, right? And be in there, and, you know, that's not the system.
So it's pretty much it's fan based.
Yeah, the very first step, if you could be the greatest artist in the world, but if somebody, whether it's you or whether you're or your fans, if somebody doesn't take that initial step, then you won't ever be a nominee. Mm-hmm. So understand that, like it or dislike it. Yeah. That's if I get anything, because it's kind of like, well, people, and part of it is, to me, the people who have it, well, I ain't gonna say that. It's a little bit lazy. Like, this award show. You have to. We don't come out and go get people. I guess that's the thing I'm trying to say. Yeah. You gotta come to us.
Yeah.
And that's not. That's just this system. That's the. If you or your fans don't come to the site, you will never be a nominee in this particular award show. We're not outreaching. We're incoming. We say February 1st, we open, and y'all tell us.
That's every year, February 1st is when y'all open.
It's just like the 1st and 2nd week in February, like depending on my web people, whatever. Yeah. But it's usually like between the 1st and 2nd week in February. Okay. We open. We open as hell.
Alright, so pretty much what he's saying is, hey, next year artists, February, the first 2 weeks, be staying tuned. And tell your fans, if you got some fans, to come vote for you. Then maybe y'all can be on the list next year.
It's easy. And then I've had people over the years that was like, y'all, and then finally, like, I ain't gonna name people, but finally they be like, you know what? Cool. Yeah. And they tell their fans, you know, you'll see certain DJs, and I don't know if they were one, who had issues, and then it was like, okay, the system is the system. And call me an asshole, jerk, stubborn. I'm not gonna change the system. Yeah, I'm not. I promise.
I'm gonna be real. Me personally, I had one that I felt, I was like, man, D Money should have been on the producer list. I felt
everybody felt that way, but if D Money people didn't go and do it, then D Money ain't gonna be on.
I didn't go vote for you, D Money. I didn't do that though. But damn, man, I thought he should have been on it.
D Money is your homeboy fault. D Money is your homeboy fault. He ain't go up there. He ain't nominate you. He ain't tell your fans to nominate, if you even care. And I say this. Let me say this. I want it to come from me. Yeah. Carolina Music Awards is just one step on a really long journey. You know what I mean? This is my producer right here. He probably never would win the Carolina Music Award. Yeah. Probably because we're connected, so that'd be a conflict of interest. But even if he never did, it doesn't. That's just one step. There's a ton of other stuff You know what I mean? So it's one step. It's not the beginning. It's not the ending. For some artists, it's a part of it. And if an artist uses it the right way, it's to be used. You put that, if you're smart, you put it on your resume. And let me tell you the best way to use the Carolina Music Award. Let me tell you the best way to use it. Mm-hmm. Every year, from February to August, you should be connecting with your fan base. We've created the perfect way for you to connect and grow your fan base. Mm-hmm. If you don't use it, that's your fault. Because you say, hey, guys, I've been working all year. Went February, whatever. Mm-hmm. Go nominate for me to Carolina. Nominate me, and if I get nominated this year, it'll be because my fans. I love you so much. Thank you for everything that you do for me. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you get nominated, you throw a party with you and all your fans. Is
it a way that like the artists that actually win the award figure out exactly how many people they had on their
No, I don't do it because it's too much work for us.
Okay.
It's too much work. I'll have to go back and pull all that stuff up, and then somebody say, "Well, I'm supposed to have." Nah, bro, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
It's just too much. It's too much manpower to pull all that stuff up in there. I used to do a lot of that stuff. Like I said before earlier, mm-hmm. I used to do a lot of that stuff. I even released the names of everybody on my panel, mm-hmm. and people started calling and harassing them. Yeah. I used to do stuff to try to please people and stuff. And then I realized that
you can't please everybody.
So that's why I'm where I'm at. 12 years later. It's what we do. It's how we do it. If you want to get involved, we'll welcome you with open arms. If this is not your thing, then hopefully we get my man here to start the Carolina Hip Hop and R&B Awards.
Hey, certified, man. Mel Major might start it, man. The Certified Carolina Music Awards. Hey, whatever, man. I'm gonna need your help, though, man.
It needs to be done. Like, people gotta think, man. You gotta think about these other markets, man. There's tons of shows. It ain't just one. It's tons, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people just want that urban joint. So, man, yo, somebody come to me, man. We gonna start.
We missed the Source Award. I missed that Source Award. If you keep me from fighting all the time, that's the only problem with the Source Award.
Yeah, that's throwing chairs and everything.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Like, but outside of that, it was dope. It's better than BET Awards. It's just like.
The BET Awards kind of, I don't know. It's kind of I don't say watered down. It's just
no disrespect. When they did the one in Miami, I didn't like that one. That was the stage was all small. They got this big old budget. It was not dope. Yeah. What time is it?
I don't know. 11:30. 11:30, man. But man, we right here on Big Mouth Media, man. We got O in here, man. Yo, he's one of them. Yo, he's somewhere everywhere right now. You said you won like the Move and Shake Award from award show, right?
No, I was nominated for the SCA Awards like 2-3 years in a row. So it's a good. Again, man, his brothers do a good job. They got a good program down. It's in Memphis. I think at a what you call it, a casino. So just I try to go down there and support those brothers when I get a chance. But there's also different types of award shows, and man, just get in where you fit in and be active, man. Any artist out there, be active. Carolina Music Awards may not be your thing. That's okay. Yeah. Be active in something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, cause what people don't realize, man, we get just as much praise from the people that love us and the people that don't like it. The people that don't like us really kind of help build us, to be honest with you.
It's always like that.
Because people, I had so many people come to me after the award show, like, man, people talk so much junk. I had to come and see what it was. Yeah. You know what I mean? I get that all the time. And then they come and they see it and they spend the day, they do the red carpet, and then it's like, oh man, we love this. Mm-hmm. Like, it's an experience.
Are there performances going on there as well?
Yeah, we kind of limit the performances because I don't want to be a long concert, so we probably only do like 3 or 4 performances. Okay. So we keep them short and sweet. But yeah, I mean, it's a time, we don't do enough industry stuff in this market. That's why the stuff that we do at Power Studios, the invite only, the industry stuff, like when I'm in Atlanta, New York, and Miami, the industry stuff. And that's what it is. It's really not as much about winning or losing, but people see it as a reunion because you see people from all over the state, North and South Carolina, that one day. And I've had people come away from it and go do songs together, and relationships, people that in music for 10 years. And my homegirl that just got but one of the ladies that just got on the Grammy voter board, she was like, hey, I'm a Carolina Music Awards winner, and she emailed me said, hey man, that was she's a country artist. That was one of the things that helped her move forward. It's a resume builder. Yeah. But it shouldn't be all you do. It should be one of the many things that you do as an artist. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So that's the award show, man, and we're jumping in to I actually dipped back in. I stayed away from artist management a long time. The last artist that I managed, our record label owner died. So I kind of pulled back from that. But I just, like, a couple of months ago, started managing a couple people. So I'm excited about that.
I see you working with Yayo right now.
Yeah.
What was it you seen in Yayo before we get up out of here that made you really want to work with him?
You know, man, I didn't even know Yayo. I went to my man Supreme Scheme. Shout out to them. They had a beat battle. Like, I've known Skates for a long time. Skates was there, and Yayo was there, and they were the top two producers there. You know, Yayo understands at a young age marketing and branding. Like, at a young age, without even being in school, he understands it. He understands the foundation of it. His work ethic is crazy. There's a lot of talented people on this planet, man. I know a lot of talented people, but a lot of times talent and work ethic, man, that's
a lot of people that's like the most talented don't work as hard.
Right.
Why you feel is this?
I think it's just because you kind of lean on your talent and you just kind of get a little bit spoiled, so you feel entitled at that point. And so the people who make it to the top, like your Jay-Z's, your Beyonce's, your Mos Def, your Tribe Called Quest, the
legends,
3000, you know what I'm saying, the legends, they have both. It's like, I know I'm talented, I'm good with that, but I'm gonna add my work ethic to this talent. And the ability to know what you don't know. Those three things: talent, work ethic, and knowing
break that down for people that don't get it real quick.
So, knowing what you don't know? Yeah, if you don't know, you got people who want to know everything. But if you don't know if you're not aware of what you don't know, then how do you get help in that area? It's impossible. So you have to be equally knowledgeable about shit that you don't know. You know, I don't know about brain surgery, so I ain't getting ready to go in there. I'm gonna go hire somebody for that. You know what I mean? And that people don't understand it. There's like 50 jobs in the music business. Now we concise them all down when you're on a certain level. We do marketing, brand, and business development, but I'm also doing the PR. I'm also doing the booking until you get to a certain port. I'm also doing your tour routing. I'm also doing your negotiation. We get into brand placement. We get into miscellaneous, like with Yayo. We're going to do some headband endorsements because he likes wear headbands. So we're going to do a lot of different things over the whole spectrum. But in a real company, or I won't say a real company, but when in a bigger company like Interscope, you have 30 or 40 people doing all of these little specific jobs, and that's why they're really good at it, because they just can focus on that one thing. So even when you're in the growing level, you need to try. You ain't gonna have that many people, but you can say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have this person handle this.
You hire your team.
Yeah, and I'm gonna step off. You oversee it as an artist, but you're gonna step off. You know what I mean? Like, we talk about it. Like, he likes her. We talk about it, but he like his logo. We talk about his logo. You know what I mean? So I look at a logo from a different place than he's going to look at a logo, right? Because he's going to look at it purely from what he likes. I'm going to look at it from what is marketed for and branding, right? From a consumer standpoint, and what, from an academic perspective, people are going to like and see and embrace. He's just going to look at it from what he likes. But he doesn't have that experience, because that's what he got to go on. And at the end of the day, I would say, and this is how I work. I'm like, hey, you can use that, but that's not what I suggest. Because they're still artists, right? You know what I mean? So you have the same thing with the other artists. I manage Viic, Flair. And there's something like Viic, you can use that, or you can do it that way, but that's not what I suggest. You know what I mean? And we win some, lose some, we go back and forth, and we compromise. We try to, at least. Because I understand there's still a creative piece. And you need to be able to like it as an artist, or it doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like, there we go. We talked about some pictures that he was like, well, I was like, dude, I've been doing marketing and branding for years. You want to tell me that you want to pick the pictures and you don't want me to pick the pictures? Like, what? He probably don't like that, but whatever. You know what I mean? It happens.
You have to have people to tell you stuff.
Like you do, man, because I see people like, yo, they must not got no friends, because they people putting out stuff like, yo, that's horrible. You know what I mean? I can't say that. But I'm like, I be at home looking at stuff, and I'm like, yo, that's horrible. Or somebody send me a song, and I'm like, yo, that's horrible. Like, not even know how, because if I'm looking at it, I don't got no clicks, I don't got no groups, I don't got no whatever. I'm looking at it purely from a business perspective. Even my own guys, they'll tell you. They'll tell you I keep it a band. You know what I mean? Because I'm on the business side. I'm not in the feeling side.
Yeah.
Like, when we jump over on that point,
yeah.
You know, we jump over to where people don't understand the difference between a consultant and a manager. So as a manager, I get a percentage. So if you jacking stuff up, that means I gotta wait to make money.
Yeah.
As a consultant, I get paid every month. I have both. I have clients that I consult. But as a consultant, I get paid every month, whatever price. So if I say, hey, the bag of money is over here, and you want to go over here and chase this girl, cool. That's your business.
Yeah.
But if I'm managing you and I'm like, yo, the bag of money is over here, and I don't make my 20 or 25% until we go over there and get it, and you decide to walk over here, now we got a problem.
Yeah. Right.
Because I can't earn because you are doing something random.
So people that's coming to you, they may want to, after they see this interview, want to like get management from you. First thing they need to be is teachable.
Yeah. So at this point in management, I'm looking for specific things. I don't want to double up. Like I don't want to manage, you know, 4 male rappers, because now when something pops on like this, you know, I gotta decide between all them. You know, like, and they're obviously talented at what they do. But you know, I'm friends with the South Coast Music Group guys. They got 4 rappers at this point. You know what I mean? And you know, how do all 4 of them guys get attention? And if anybody, in my humble opinion, Arnold Crown get mad at me, but like the attention level is different for those 4 guys. Now that may be the plan. Maybe
I feel like they all have different markets as well.
I mean, we'll see. But I think they're all talented, and but again, let me say, they're very, very, very smart guys. You know what I mean? So you know, I have 100% confidence that they'll get it done. I just know I don't have the capacity either. They probably have a bigger team. But you know, four male rappers, and you're trying to push and market all of them at the same time. I think it's tough. You know, I know that I wouldn't take on 4 guys. I'd have
at least throw a female in there somewhere.
Yeah, and they're probably working on it. I'm sure that I don't even know if they knew how fast the baby was going to grow. You know what I mean? And then Stoney is growing right behind them, and then you know, we have a single. We have a single and a music video with the baby about to drop. Okay. And so they came here. When they came to town, they came to our studio, they shot the video, and did everything. You know, great people to work with, man. It was so, like, it's kind of like the higher up people are, or the more famous people are, the easier they are to work with. Don't be difficult to work with, man. Don't be difficult to work with, man. Guys, we cut people off already, man. Yeah. But you know, like the baby's #1 artist in the world, man. We got the song, did our stuff, did our business, and here's the song. My man Carter, shout out to Carter, send me the song, poop, 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 poop. Yo, dope, hot, you know, dropped on the song. Hey, we're gonna do the video at this time. Hit me. Sound check was like, oh, we can't do it this time. We're gonna do it after the show. I was like, man, that man gonna be tired, bro. He gonna be
he had a show in Selma. After that, I was at the Ritz. He did a great show. He came to Selma. Yo, he was so tired by the time he got to Selma. True story. After the show, I hit Carter and I was like, bro, y'all still gonna do it? And he was like, nah, yeah, we doing it. And I was like, you sure, man? Because I got to bring my video people back. Yeah. It is like, what, 12 midnight at this point? He was like, yo, your people there, we doing it. I was like, all right. Yeah, because he didn't get to Selma until like 2 o'clock. They came through. We knocked out like 4 scenes. Yeah. And when you see I got clips. When you see it, it's hot energy. It's and then like he was like killing it. And then once we shut down the lights, that brother was tired, man. Yeah, I know he was. As soon as he turned the cameras off, man. So I shout out to the baby, man. We appreciate you coming and taking the time and the energy to come and do your thing. It wasn't like he gave us no half-ass effort, no kind of like whatever. It was none of that. It was like he treated our shit like it was his. So I respect that. You know, him, Carter, Arnold. You know, they're and that's one of the reasons why they're so successful. You can see it, you know, in working with them. I can see how they move and how they structure and how they do certain things, and it's obvious to me. And it so you put all those things together. You put the talent with the people and the resources and the business acumen, and you put all what I see a lot of times is in that path 1 or 2 things are missing. And when 1 or 2 things are missing, then you can't get to where they've gotten to. Thanks.
So yeah, so that's it, man, and we're moving in. Now, let me say this while I'm here. You know, we have a studio, Power Studios downtown. We are currently at Celebrity Studios, and I say this is the floor I've been going for a while. When they open, we talked about some marketing and branding stuff. I'm not with this studio, that studio. There's 70 people moving to Raleigh every single day. There's millions of people in the city, and there's no reason why there's not enough for everybody.
Everybody go to different studios for different reasons.
And so people were hitting me up, believe it or not, people were calling me up, and they was talking negative. They was like, oh, don't go down there, you know, you guys are so. I was like, no, I don't do that, bro. I don't do that. I know that man. You know, I know him. I know Mike Blaze. I know Manifest. I know all these guys that have studios. I know the guys that emerge, what have you. So and I want to say it on camera. That's not how we moving. You know, there's plenty. The goal is to build the market, because when the ecosystem of the entertainment business is big and it's thriving, everybody wins. Again, there's gazillion studios in Atlanta, and they all eat. They all eat.
Really, it's a lot of studios in the Raleigh area, but people only know maybe like 5 of like the main ones. But that's a whole lot of them.
Oh, it is. It is. And that's good. You got high commercial studios. You got studios that aren't as commercial. Different fields. When you come down to that studio, it's just a different vibe.
Yeah.
You know
that's what people like about them. Because me personally, like, sometimes I may want to record at home, you feel me? Then sometimes I may have a song like, yo, I'm going to come to the studio today and lay it down, you feel me? But it's just all different type of vibes. What you
It has to be about growing the market. That has to be the focus. The focus has to be growing the market. And I think if we all do that, we all can win.
Certified, man. Well, it's Mel Major, man, right here on Big Mouth Media, man. We got O in the building, Carolina Music Awards, man, branding, marketing, consultant. Pretty much whatever you need right now, man.
I think so. If you need it, I think we can do it. Just give us a call. We'll sit down and get it popping. Right now, July. Really quick drop. July is when we're going to drop the single and the video, Viic, Flair, and the Baby. Production by Yayo.
Certified.
And then we're gonna come right back after that with a bunch of. We also got our fire one with Viic, Flair, my man Swift out of Durham. Just shot the video for that.
Shout out Swift.
Yes, we just did that with Swift. Came easy to work with, man. Swift super easy to work with. Did the song and the video, and then we got the rest of Viic Flair's catalog. Just you know, we focus on hit singles. We try to make sure every song is a hit single. And so we got that, and then right after that we're coming back with Yayo's full album. He's gonna do a full album as a producer and pick different people to be on the album. So he already got a track with the Baby and Stunner and 83 Babies and Joshy Baller and
Joshy Baller.
Yeah, so we gonna put all of them together and do a Yayo album that's coming up soon. And this week, man, D. Watkins out of Florida. All my Florida people. I don't know if you're familiar with D. Watkins. Look him up. Crazy numbers out of Jacksonville, Florida. He'll be in town. June 13th to the 16th. We're gonna do a whole series of meet and greet videos with him. So we're reaching out to other markets because we want other markets to know we're bringing other markets to Raleigh so that we can go back and forth. He's gonna come and do some stuff here, So I'm gonna say it's really, really quick. For a long time, we would bring everybody into Raleigh in North Carolina and show them love, right? North Carolina was known as the place where you come get your bag. You get what I'm saying? But people weren't reciprocating. They wasn't inviting us and our music to their markets. I can't speak for nobody else, but we ain't doing that no more. If you come in here and you can come here and show your love, come to the studio, do some collabs. He's gonna do some collabs with Viic. He's gonna buy some beats from Yayo. But at the same time, we going to Jacksonville. You know, we going to your spots in Florida. We're gonna do shows in your spot. That's how Atlanta got on. Atlanta was tired of New Yorkers coming down and dominating Jack the Rapper and dominating the whole one. They're like, wait a minute. That's how they got on, because then it was like, this is bull. There was a time where they stopped that. You could be a New York artist. If you got a show in Atlanta and you didn't put an Atlanta artist on your ticket, they shut the show down.
For real?
Oh, they wouldn't come. It'd be empty. So a lot of the up north promoters had to. They forcefully made it the way. Like, yo, wait a minute. You don't got none of our people? It don't happen. You don't got none of our people on your joint? Nah, well, what are we doing? Why are we spending money with you? See, we hadn't caught that yet. I ain't saying you got it, but whoever comes. I mean, now it's the Baby. But if you come and you got a show And it changed, because guess what? What 21 Savage did, he put the baby on his tour.
Yeah.
Because you got to demand. You got to demand that, yo. You can't have just people coming in town and doing big shows and not having
It's crazy that he put him on his tour, though.
Crazy. That joint's out of here. There'll be a Red Hat on the 14th, right? Red Hat is like August.
Oh, they're going to be at the Red Hat? I thought they was going to be at the Ritz.
Nah, 21 the baby at the Red Hat, dog.
It makes sense because they came to the Ritz by themselves.
Yeah, Ritz can't hold it. Not both of them. Yeah, no way. You know, so they're going to be 3 blocks away from the studio. Red Hat's like 3 blocks away from us. So we're talking to, trying to talk to 21's manager, see if I can get them to come through, do a meet and greet type stuff. But yeah, man, we just, you know, we're moving, man. We're moving. I'm excited. You know, hit us up. Come by Power, come by the awards, and, you know, let's talk some business.
Certified, man. This man Major, man, I said it like 3 times, man, but you already know, man, we certified in here, man. Got O in the building. Yayo in here with us, man. Happy birthday to my man right here, man.
That's right.
Certified.
The best 5th grade quarterback in the state.
Okay. We got a celebrity in here. We ain't even know it. Certified.
We got the dimes on the football field.
That's what's up, man. Keep it up. Major, Big Mouth. We out of here.